Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Sparkpoint. I know I said I'm not going to cover it on this channel, but it's been so long and some people have been requesting a video. So I'll just, talk about it, and maybe you missed some things, but I'm not a financial advisor by any means. Anything I say is strictly my opinion on the markets. Also, I have two donation links down below in the description. You can support Ukraine and the Ukrainian refugees by donating through those official websites. The money does not go through me in any sort of way. Now, jumping into TradingView right now, this is not going to be a strictly technical analysis video, but I do want to talk about the price action, and obviously it's dumped. If we go to the monthly chart, you can see that it's just a pathetic downtrend for Sparkpoint. And I still hold my tokens. I swing trade every now and then. So I think by the end of the year, I'm going to make back all the money I invested into Sparkpoint by simply swing trading. And I do that with some of my friends and some of my patrons as well. So if you want to join me on my Patreon, the link is down below in the description. But we did have a nice trade here for Sparkpoint. So we did take some profits at 0.30429, and from there we bought back in at basically 0.3035, or a bit less than that, but that was a nice like 15% trade, right? Let me just check that. Obviously it did pump a bit higher than that. I didn't expect that big of a pump, because usually when they have their 18% trade, by the way, usually when they have their buyback programs at the end of each quarter, the price drops from what I remember, because every time I was expecting a pump when they were burning the tokens, we got a dump for some reason. But this time, as you can see, the price did go all the way up to 0.3055, and from there it's already down 32%. So this was a nice swing trade if you had some sell orders at these prices. But yeah, I do think Sparkpoint is potentially going to dump, and I do think we're going to come back down to these lows at 0.303, and because you usually come back to where you retraced from, but this is a low cap gem, and they seemingly sometimes, force the price to go up. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that, but it's just something that I think they're doing, because they're not really being that transparent. If we go into their website over here, and by the way, this is not me, completely crapping on the project. I know they started off with $50,000. I know they have been building through the bear market, and I know that they will probably build more through this bear market, but it's just the way they handled their listings isn't very, let's say, transparent, because they did have a centralized exchange listing at the end of last year in December. A lot of you remember that, and they do drop their monthly roadmaps on their Twitter page. So I'm gonna link their Twitter page down below in the description, but this is their Twitter page. They're losing followers. So since December of last year, I think they've lost 3,000 or 5,000 followers, which just shows that people are fed up with how they're handling their listings. And it's not that they need to list, it's the fact that they try to bait you into buying their tokens, thinking the project is going to list on Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, and your youth obviously thinking that you can make some money off of that, but they just end up, dumping their tokens on you potentially. But as you can see, they do have a monthly roadmap, and once they released that in December, people were disappointed that they didn't get the listing. And as a matter of fact, we were supposed to get a listing this quarter as well, second quarter, and as you can see, the second quarter is over and we did not get a listing. They didn't talk about it whatsoever. Here you can see they have centralized exchange listing. They also have one in Q4, which I think they're not going to adhere to. And it seems to me they don't want to list in a bear market. They want to list their token once the prices start going up. And I don't think they're lying about having an application or whatever for a centralized exchange. I do think potentially they're already approved. They just want to hold off until the bull market starts, and I can understand that. But if you do something like that, at least be transparent about that, and at least don't, have centralized exchange listing, in your second quarter where you're not going to do that. And if you take a look at the roadmap, really, it's just copy and paste. So you have team expansion in every single quarter. You have Spark Swap trading pairs in every single quarter roadmap. You have centralized exchange listing every other quarter, and you have your Sparkpoint wallet upgrade. You have your quarterly SRK buyback and burn program, and you have your S-Fuel airdrop. So it's literally the same thing every quarter, and I'm not crapping on that. Like I said, they do have a good website, they're upgrading, but I don't like the way they're handling their community. If they were transparent about that, I would have supported the project long term, and I would have kept making videos about it. But I just don't like the way they handled this, and I did tweet about this issue on Twitter because this has been going on for quite a while. And this is my tweet, and I did add them over here, and I did add Tony Spark, which is Tony for Journey or whatever he's called, which is the YouTuber that started shilling the SRK token. And I'm not saying I bought into the project because of him. I'm saying that, you know, he was really talking and being very bullish about the project, and now he doesn't mention it at all, which is kind of strange in my opinion. But they did reply here to my tweet saying, "We have applied for one, yet we have not received any confirmation yet." So that's not good English, but anyways, it will come eventually, and we'll share the good news as soon as we hear from the exchange. So I don't know what's going on with that. They did apply for a banking license as well, and I just don't know. They're not talking about anything. If you go to their Twitter page, as you can see, you know, okay, they burned 100 million tokens. Great, good for you guys, but yeah, they're really nothing juicy on their Twitter page. They have countdowns to their buy-ins, to their buyback and burns. So I just want them to be more transparent with this. If you're not going to have a listing, let's go to the 2023 roadmap. They already have a 2023 roadmap, and I mean, look at this. This is completely, this is the exact same thing from 2022. Like it's copy and paste, literally copy and paste. So they do have the blockchain phase over here, but they do have the centralized exchange listings every other quarter. They do have Spark DeFi new trades on their swap every quarter. It's just the same thing. So I don't see the innovation. I don't see them pushing for marketing that much. Yes, they have a good website. Yes, they have multiple products, but this is not the way you treat your community, because a lot of people do like the project. I liked the project until you know, they started really, you know, kind of pissing me off with the way they were treating their community. And yeah, so that's just what I think regarding the project. I'm not going to be making any more videos anytime soon about Sparkpoint. If you want to trade with me and you want to catch these pumps, because like I said, we did make 15% today with this pump, and I do think we're going to come back to at least 1 cent, because you know, we're going to have a bull market regardless. And if we go up to 1 cent, that would be a nice 2,620% trade, and that's potentially when I'm going to exit, and that's when I'm going to be done with this project. But yeah, I do have like 2.5 million tokens. So yeah, let me know what you think of the project. It's just that I don't have a lot to say really. It's just really annoying how they have been handling this situation. So let's hope we get at least some sort of a centralized exchange listing, Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, anything. That would be great. It would bring more exposure to the token, to the team, because CZ from Binance is actually following Sparkpoint, as you can see over here. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post interesting posts over here and technical analysis as well. And make sure to join me on my Patreon. At least check it out. I do post over there every single day. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and